Hey everybody. I'm running for parts today, so I want to tell you a quick story about yesterday. I worked in my shop until 3 o'clock, and I had to go out on the road. I had 3 air conditioning systems I had to do. I had an air cylinder for a tailgate I had to put on another truck at a different job. I had a truck I needed to put all the belts on the front of it and a blower motor. So I set a radiator yesterday with my service truck. So I backed it into my garage. Not into the garage, but it was hanging out the front, and so I could boom into my garage. I had my truck sitting there running for like an hour until I got everything situated. I got done with that, pulled the truck ahead, put my crane away, and like I said, I had those other road calls that I had to do. I was going to take my pickup truck, my smaller service truck, but I thought twice about it, and I went out and I fired Betty up. Well, I did a dozer service, and I had 2 55-gallon drums of oil in the back of the truck, and a set of old cutting edges. So I was going to take Betty out. I had to get those drums out. So I fired it up and run the crane back out. There's an old Pete. Run the crane back out. Picked out the 2 drums of oil. I did not do anything with the cutting edges except for pile them up on the side of the truck. So I was in the back of the truck throwing them under the side. Hopped in the truck. I drove to a gas station. Now, if anybody has heard my truck, I have dual exhaust 2.5-inch duals with glass packs on it, turn downs. They're right below my service body. So, it's not the quietest truck in the world. I drive to the gas station, put gas in the truck, I jump in the back of the truck, grab my gas cans for my compressor and welder. I fill them up, throw them in the back of the truck. I head to the first job. Well, I had to use my compressor at the first job, so I hopped up in the back of the truck, and I have a ladder in the back of my truck that's mounted on the side of the box. And I actually step on the side of the ladder so that I can check my gas and my oil in the compressor. So I hopped up, checked my oil, checked my gas, fired the compressor up, jumped out, did what I had to do. I had to move my truck then to another location to work on another truck where I needed the compressor, so I hopped up in the back, fired it up. And if you notice, I say I was in the back of my truck a lot. So I get done there, I go to the next job site. Here I needed my torch. So I hop in the back of the truck, undo my torch reel, turn my bottles on, and I'm working off my vise right on the back of the truck. I needed my compressor, so I was up, fired the compressor again. Well, I start walking back to the truck I'm working on, and I look back at the service truck just to make sure that I had everything I needed so I didn't have to make 2 trips. And I thought, what the hell is that up there in my ladder? I'm looking like, there's a cat in my ladder. So I start walking back to it. Oh, it took like 3 steps, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a cat. That's a raccoon. So up in the front of my ladder, because the ladder lays sideways, up in the front of my ladder, on the step, on the side rail, between the first step and the top, there was a raccoon balled up in there. And, well, he was scared to death. So, yeah, I drove like 35 miles That was my third, fourth, fifth truck I was on, and I finally seen the raccoon in there. And I was in the back probably half dozen times. I was stepping right over top of him. I never even noticed he was there. I was worried about getting this done or getting that done. Sure enough, there's a little raccoon sitting there in the ladder. So I say little, he was about a foot long. He wasn't a little baby. But. So I ended up grabbing the welding gloves, released him in the bush. So he was cool though. But yeah, I figured I'd share that with you while I'm running for parts today. So, alright guys, take it easy. See ya.